Hi guys, this is Bhaskar. Welcome to my YouTube channel. As a part of this video, we are going to see the next is like how to create a table, an alter table, and modify table. Okay, let's go to that. So, what is a table? In a database, basically, it's a database objects which contains columns and rows in the table. Uh, these are the columns: sorry, employee ID, employee name, phone number, department ID. This is the columns, and these rows are uniquely stored in the tables. And table may contains constraints as well as data types. We are going to see it in this. So let's see in both the ways. Like one is using a graphical user interface, and other is through the command lines. Is writing the queries. Okay, let's start with creating a table now. So I have opened the SSMS. Okay. In the last previous videos, we have seen how to create the database and those things. So let's open a new query here and let's create a database. We'll name it database as company, execute it. Okay, this got executed. So now we have the database here, refresh it. So now you can see database here. So let's create the uh, table employee here, tables. Click on this. So this is new table. Okay. So here we have the column name. Column name you can keep as first one is employee ID. Data type is since it's an ID, it will be an integer. Allow nulls? No, we are not allowing nulls for that. Next is employment name, characters. So it's probably a string there. So we can use varchar. So I'll come back to these data types. Allow nulls? No. And the phone number, we have it as in a numbers, so it's long digits. So we can store it as begin and the department ID. So we'll come back to this department ID later. So let's create with this. Let's save it. So it's asking the table name. So table name is table employee. Click OK. So now if you refresh this, you should be able to see the table here. Okay. This is creating graphically. The other one is to create to, to query. Use company. Go. Okay. We have changed it to company here. So let's create a table department here. Create. So I have already showed you the syntax. Syntax is create table, table name, column name, as well as data type. So it can have add a lot of constraints or what is the default values to be stored after data types. So let's create a simple table department here. Okay. So the column name would be like department ID for this, and this is a integer, and it's not null. The next one is so we have department name, and that would be varchar of let's keep it as 30 and not null. Okay, we can create this. Select this and execute it. So the table should be created now. Let's refresh it. See, now you can see here both the table department as well as table employee is. So we don't have any keys or constraints created for these tables. Okay. So this is a simple way of creating tables here. The next is how do we rename these tables? We have a store procedure called sp underscore rename. I'll get back to you on the store procedures in the later down the videos. So as of now, just remember that it's a procedure, it's as a function which renames the tables. So let's rename the table employee to employees. Sp underscore rename. So even we have the rename DB also to rename the database. So let's rename this. Our existing table name is like let's go rename the department to the new name, comma department new. Okay. Select execute. So it has executed. So let's see if it has replaced it. Tables refresh. So this table name got changed. So this is how we can rename it. So if you want to alter the table, suppose if I want to in the let's see what is the select star from table employee. So you can see employee ID, employee name, and phone number. Let's add the department ID as well to this column. So how to add the table using the query? You can add like alter table. Okay, sorry, because we have renamed it, so the department is now department new. So we need to use this one. Sorry, we are altering the employee table, not the department. Okay, so successfully completed. Let's see the column names on the employee. So now if you see here, the column department is also created here. Okay, that's how we can alter the table syntax. And to drop it or delete it, you can just do it either through graphically way or through query. Let's drop it through query here first. Drop table department. Okay. So it should have dropped the department table. See, now we have only employees. So this is how even graphically we can just go there and delete it. Okay. So it has got deleted. So this is how we can create the table, alter the tables, or rename it, or change the columns, modify the columns, and mm, delete the tables. So this is how some of the syntaxes which we follow them. So in the next video, we'll see regarding the data types and constraints which we have there. Okay. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel.